happy heat wave to all of us in the UK. Crikey, this is a bit of a turn up, isn't it? And it also is signifying the end of May. So, seconds up, round two, has this Electrolux been any good, or has it been a problem? Let us have a look, see how it's coped, empty it, see what I have sort of chosen, but you guys voted for, to use for June, and go through all of the other vacuums that I keep around as my daily drivers. Let's have a look. Yes, hello, my vacuum cleaner and Electrolux chums. How are you today? Yeah, I can fully see why these were really popular back in the day. They are such nice machines. I mean, you probably want a bigger house than I have. I got away with it, but as you probably noticed, I had this floor head on rather than this head. This head would be fine if all I had was carpet. So I pushed it over the hard floor. It has picked the bits up, but it certainly is a little bit clunky. But it is also, take this off, you've got to push the lever and then pull up. Come on, there we go. It's like a clampy thing. I want to have a look underneath it and see what the brush roll is like, because through its clunky feeling and, you know, it doesn't look the best, it grooves quite well. This isn't the stiffest brush roll, but it's certainly very soft and it glides quite nicely. I imagine on the wrong carpet it would hate it. You know, you probably wouldn't want to use this on stuck down carpet tiles, but on this rug and, you know, a carpet with a pile that it can lift up into itself, it is nice. And lift up into itself it does. The airflow through this machine is just amazing. You can hear it and feel it working really well. This head, in fact, I don't need to keep it on here, I can just take it off. This head is very nice. It, again, this picks up bits that this can't. This will get the lint up, but it will leave just little bits that it can't quite get. This just comes along and the airflow pulls things deep from the pile. I haven't really used the gleaner. That's what this lever's for. If you look at that back bit there, it's going to rotate and have little sharp lines. I haven't really had a need for that. That is for a bygone age of carpeting, I think. This side though, well, you can tell how much use this has got. Again, it is a lovely head. The dirt just pulls itself in. It's really nice and light, manoeuvrable, and yeah, a very nice tool. Again, I don't know what they're like nowadays. Comment down below on what the collector's market is, especially in the United States, for an Automatic G. Because when I was a young kid on the internet in the late 90s, early 2000s, these were still quite popular. I used to see these a lot. These were the, oh wow, I just picked up another Automatic G from the side of the road. Oh, I don't want it. They were sort of like that. And I think they've now gone and are really quite popular. I don't know if that means that they're rare or not, or should you still find them on Facebook for a tenner? Let me know. I mean, it would almost be nice to get a proper hose for it. But this hose is quite nice. It could do with being a little bit longer, but I'm never going to get... I mean, Dyson didn't make the DCO2 recyclone with a longer hose, so sadly we're not going to get that. This, it sort of kept falling out and was annoying, but then it was nice to have a hose cuff on the end of the hose, although this is a short hose cuff. I need to put it all away fast so I don't steal that. For a pneumatic. Right, the machine, which has done quite well. I've only knocked this off 7 or 8 times, so that's not bad. This is an okay dusting brush. As I feared though, the bristles are so soft that it pulls itself down. This rubbery, innery bit just scrapes around and yeah, it's not too bad. It feels like it's going to be really clunky, but then you forget that underneath here is actually a swivel wheel that is just above these front wheels. So I had this problem with the, what was it? One of the really old ones I used with the sleds, because they just didn't move. This feels like it's going to be the same, but it's really quite manoeuvrable. It is very strange. I haven't used it in blow mode at all, I'll be completely honest. The pull, as I think this is called, mechanism isn't the best. I haven't actually had it lock itself. Yeah, it just doesn't lock. Oh, there you go. Now it's locked itself. There's some sort of centrifugal thing that's supposed to fling out, and I was more happy that I managed to get it off to refurbish the machine and put it back on without it exploding. That I don't really want to go much further, but again, I know that if you're an Automatic G buff, you probably know exactly what to do about that. But I do want to be careful because I don't want to get rid of the plug. I did have brief thoughts about 240 volt modding this, but I think that would completely ruin its charm. And then finally, we can have a look at how full the bag is. Ooh, that is quite full. Very nice indeed. I can't really show you inside, and I'm not going to weigh the dirt because I don't use this machine exclusively, especially not this month. But when I have used it, it has been nice, and it came to the meetup with me. So there's probably a couple of you watching who would have got to play with it. I thought it was plugged in and being used at some point. Got to play with it. I forgot to get any more bags out now, so we're going to not have to put a bag back in it. And that now means that I can't close it. So what we're going to do is what every Electrolux 345, 330, etc. owner does, and that, oh yeah, we can see the dirt that's in it. Yeah, you've probably seen on socials. There's been a couple of videos where we cleaned up after the hamster cage, and that's when it did really well, but then struggled with the bits of sawdust, which then, yeah, randomly this thing just out of the carpet. We're going to put the bag card back on so that the mechanism that makes it latch closes, and then hope to flip that I check before I next use this, before we go packing it in and picking up a load of dirt. And I don't think it would destroy it. It's of the age where it would just go and make a massive mess and probably sound a bit iffy, but it wouldn't destroy the whole thing. Oh, what a lovely machine. Thank you very much to Mr. Ibasiak, who did give me this machine in exchange for some refurbished vacuums, and that offer's always still welcome, Mr. Ibasiak, should you have anything you wish to be prettied up. Right, let's pop this back in its box and stick it away, and then show you what I am going to use, because you've voted for mystery vac. I'm pretty sure, I should check that. And I know what the mystery vac is. And we are staying very close to home. So what is this mystery vacuum? Well, you can sort of see it. These bags are filled. These are the bags that I store machines in, and that'll be either drips from the loft or drips from a cup of coffee. But yeah, that's why I tend to like these big canvas bags, because it just stops the condensation drips in the loft. Well, this actually came from Mr. James. Look, there's a big clue. He didn't want it, and obviously I went, yeah, okay, I'll have it, because I am stupid. And it's mint. It doesn't need a before video. It doesn't need a refurb. So I figured, let's have it as a mystery vac. So we have plastic ones. These aren't the worst plastic ones in the world. This is a very big sign, the sort of 90s era of Electrolux tools, but it's not a dolphin. We have ourselves a Lux Lite Deluxe 1000, a very basic but now very competent corded bagged vacuum cleaner from the 1990s from Electrolux. Who better? And yeah, the thing is absolutely spotless. We have all three of our little small tools here. We have a crevice tool which has not been used really. Again, it's a bit grubby, you know, it wants to clean down, but it doesn't need it now. I would be ripping you off if I tried to make 10 minutes of this into a before video, because yeah, if we take off the lid and it's mint, it's fading a little bit. It's going to be a shame, and my goodness, it's going to fade more in my house, but it's okay. We have little filters, we have these lovely HEPA bags, of which here is one, but this one's got barely any dirt in it, so we'll keep that for now. I mean, yeah, the filters, ooh, and there is an air freshener. We will get rid of that one, but we might actually put another one in. Again, the filters want replacing, but they're not dirty. They're absolutely perfectly usable. They will go again. They probably haven't gone before yet. They've just, you know, I know Mr. James would have used this here and there pottering around, but he won't have put any actual miles on it. Let me find an air freshener. Let's give it one of my SIBO fresh air fresheners. Manchester back / Mr. Seabo shop sent me these when I last bought some nice old parts from them, and they are nice. And I'm hoping, maybe we should put it in the bag compartment actually, because I'm going to try and wedge it here, but if I put it in the bag compartment, it can pull through the whole machine just in case it does smell a bit musty, and we can see. Otherwise, it's fine. Again, the cable wants to wipe down, but that's not a refurb. That's just making it nice. It has a plug. I mean, it's not the nicest of plugs. This is a Delta, which is based on, in fact, it is probably quite old because it's not earthed. So, yeah, here you go. 80s boring unbranded Delta that I'm getting absolutely filthy now with my mucky hands, but we shall pull the lay flex out. Oh, come over here to the power. And the thing runs fine. Absolutely nothing wrong. Noise. I mean, it's just fantastic, and it's quite ironic really, because technically for a few years I had one of these. We were a child. It was my gran. She had, it was very 98, 99, maybe a bit earlier, 96, from 96, 97 onwards. My gran bought a green Tango branded, but it was one of these. So he used this design for ages, and she had that. Then she sadly passed away in 2003-ish, and then we had it as a house vacuum for a couple of years, and I snapped the handle. It wasn't this style of hose, but snapped the handle, put a pneumatic cuff on with a bent end, and I sent that to Mr. James and swapped it with something. So it's almost quite ironic that 20 years later we have swapped again, and I now have a Lite back. Yeah, I do quite like them. Let's measure it. We'll start off with the water lift. Oh, a decent 60. Nice. How about airflow? Oh, straight to a 16.7. Yeah. Very nice. So, I mean, who knows if we'll ever see an improvement when we change the bag and filter. I'll see if I can get hold of some for the end of the month, but that is absolutely fine to go again. So that means, yeah, I have another Electrolux cylinder, but I mean, I don't know, but it's hard really, because in turbo head mode this is a bit clunky, but in straight suction mode it's exactly the same. But it's weird to see these because they're different machines. They both wear branding that says the same word on them, but they are different entities. There is no relation, but I mean, they never really changed, did they? Hose at the front, bag, motor, cable, Electrolux, all over the world, never really changed. It's such a shame that this is the last bastion of OK Lux, although you then had the Excelio and some nice stuff into the 2000s, but then it was just trash. I mean, this is trash compared to this. This would, if I dropped this on this, it would absolutely destroy it. So we won't do that. But this is going to perform possibly quite a lot better. I should make sure that when I edit this, I've put the figures for this together to see what 60 years, 70 years, 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, I don't know, 40 years. Oh wow, there is more time now between this and now than there is between this and this. I hate it when that happens. I feel so old. Let's clean around the bird cage. well, let us pick out the crevice tool. I do like the understorage on this. It keeps your tools nice and warm when the motor's running. They don't need to be warm today. And we shall have that soon. Right, let's start with the vacuum gifted to me by the manufacturer. We have the Klarpul, which is in this mode because I was cleaning the bathroom with it yesterday, going around all the edges because I shaved my beard a little bit. And I'm going to try and grow a handlebar moustache. So yeah, put the plug in the sink, zipped around a bit, cleaned it out with this. So this isn't anything to do with that. This is just some detritus from here. And as you can see, it's a lot cleaner inside this month because it's not been rainy in winter. And that is the nice thing about this machine. You can give it a good old clean. All I've got to do is pick out the bits of hair that the anti-hair wrap novels don't really get. I mean, I guess they can only design what they think will work, or it's meant for less hair load. But yeah, Klarpul, I'm afraid the design of this head that you have used might need a bit of tweaking. But how far do you go before it then becomes so aggressive, does what Mr. D's machines do, and just scrub away the entirety of the bristles until the brush roll is scrapped? It's a fine line, you know. I get it. I'm just saying my experiences. So yeah, we've had this a fair while now. I've never heard a thing more from Klarpul. So yeah, did you buy one? Let me know. But this bit's going to be quite disgusting. So we should open it up, take out the filter, which again, it isn't awful. We cleaned this last month, the month before. There's a bit of a ring of shame there. I don't quite know why it does that, but hey ho. And then yeah, we can take out the filter, which again isn't awful. And then take out this big clump of hair. That's as simple as this ever is. It's why I do quite like this machine and have kept using it for a long time now, because it's ever so easy to use. It's perfect for my hard flooring and use case, and it's easy to completely clean it apart every month. I should probably start thinking about other cordless stick vacs, but not at the minute. This one works perfectly well. I'm going to keep that back on there because it's also been used to get a couple of spiders, and I really want to have it nearby. So there's the Klarpul. Then we have the Greenote, the tiny Greenote, and this has been used quite a bit as well. Charlie was cleaning some bits out with it the other day, so yeah, I can see that the filter is quite gacky, but it is vacuumed out. Because the machine doesn't have, you know, rip-roaring suction that pulls the dirt into the filter. It's just enough to pick up little bits from your side, or in Charlie's case, boxes and stuff that he's messing around with. Doesn't really go into the filter. A good vacuum off is fine. I do like this. It has seen a lot of graft. I think they were selling them, they might still be selling them £25, and it's a brushed motor. That always was a shame. But they probably couldn't sell it for £25 with a brushless motor in it. Back then, Greenote, it'd be nice to bring one of these out with a nice digital motor in it. That really would be quite cool, because they are very handy. Then we have the third gifted vacuum, although this was not gifted to us by Dreame. It was gifted to us by another collector, a very good friend of mine. So this person who also helped us out with some bits from the Auto G and other American things. So first of all, we'll take it off the stand. Was the bag ever fitted properly, and has the last month's worth of empties gone everywhere? Well, the answer is no-ish. Oh God. Oh no. Yeah, it has a little bit. Oh bugger. Oh flip. That is not optimal. Oh bugger. That didn't work. Oh, will you come off? You best come off. Uh-oh. This isn't great, so I guess I didn't have it down enough. Maybe that bit of paper isn't needed. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. Yeah, perhaps I should have bought the correct actual Dreame bags for it, because I don't think this is going down enough. Just trying to force it onto there. Okay, in the motor still sounds okay. I haven't ruined it, and even if I do ruin it, it's got a flipping shark motor in it. So we're going to be able to fix it quite easily. Oh, that's a pain. Look, in there, it's filling up nicely with a little ball of fluff and dust. And you can see where it slams into that and then takes a very sharp turn up there. Right, dang it, we need to... I need to keep an eye on that in a week. Let's check on this, which is okay, really. It needs a bit of a wipe down, but I'm probably not going to give it one right now. And it didn't self-empty the last time it was used, and the filter is doing that thing it does. It fills up with fine dust. But the self-empty doesn't get. It's good to know that it all cleans up well enough. I do remember now, it went around, I'm filming this on Saturday, nice and close to the end of the month, but I was on a call yesterday morning when he went around, and my headphones, the Tozo NC20s, there we go, another decent plug, because I'm on the 20s again. The 9s, they're not as good on call quality, which is about the only thing they're not. So I'll swap those back with Eva, because she doesn't make calls for her headphones that much. When she does, she's 14, so she doesn't need, crystal clear audio quality when she's on a call with directors and heads of IT and etc. Can't have that. So I'm back on the 20s, and they block this out completely. Absolutely no problem having this smashing around the front room while I'm sat over there on a call. But that's too much, but that does make, so I'm on my phone going, don't self-empty, and then carrying on my call. The life of a working from home person. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah, there you go, little Tozo update for you. Both are fine. What the heck is that? Oh, hey, grim. Yeah, I reckon there's a little birthday candle thing. How lovely. Right. And this is quite apt, actually, seeing this right now, because all the hair is just going into the end of the brush roll. Now it's running around down here. Down here isn't the worst for hair. Not as bad as upstairs. So we'll pull all of this out, pull the end caps off, take the hair off from here. And we can bear that in mind for in a second when we go get the Monsga. Too many robot vacuums now. You can go sit over there. We are done with you. Let's finish the Roomba, because bless it, it's not been around an awful lot since I've got the Monsga, purely because I wanted this to have as free reign as much as it could. And I don't like this sitting on charge, especially while it's got a nice newish battery in it. So we are probably going to pop this into a little bit of a slumber for a couple of months at least, and yeah, let the Monsga have free reign. And again, this is good. all the hair just goes around the end of the brush roll. That's what I'm hoping hasn't happened with this. Don't know yet. Had the nice first look video. We're now on to the actual experiences with the thing, and yeah, this is certainly one that I'm hoping that we do not have with the Monsga. So we shall pop that away. Oh, I never remember which flipping way around these go. It's again picked up a ton of dirt. Always does. Very good indeed. Where's our bench vac? Here's our bench vac. Should probably be using the V-Tough Mini, but these are nice. Wow! Well, that ain't whatever that was. I think it's a foam sticky pad thing. I don't know, young people in the comments, my children flipping love those things. And the Roomba ate an entire one, so that is fair enough, isn't it? Ah, you are very good. You are almost the benchmark. I'm not going to lie. I mean, everything has mostly been round, mainly because Vorwerk/Nito had the D shape patented for ages. But, I mean, it's the underneath where it gets you. Obviously, if this had two brush rolls counter rotating, it would be quite good. But as we look underneath, the Monsga MR7 Pro looks 100% less worn out than this is, because obviously it's pretty much 100% newer. So, how has our latest freely gifted vacuum coming along? We've had it a couple of weeks now after being given it by Monsga, and we're going to go straight in to the brush roll, because although there are no places for all the hair to get into at the end, it's still managed to wrap some around itself. Although again, given the fact that it is twine that my daughter would have left on the floor, yeah, I can't blame it really. It's going to wrap around somewhere. The fact that it's only on the end isn't too bad. These flaps are not worn. They're doing okay. Yeah, you can see they're getting a little bit of the crud that is on the carpet. I probably need to shampoo, but they are doing okay. If we flip the thing over, take out. It is removed. And it should say something else in a second. We can have a look at the bin. Now, I have used this in mopping mode again upstairs in the bathroom, and it parks on carpet in the bedroom. Remember in the first video when it dripped water out from here? I think it does that until it's on the machine, and then it sort of vacuums itself enough that it doesn't leak water. I've had it all day up on its dock while I've been at work with the bin full of water and the mopping pad on after it's gone around, and it's been absolutely fine. So yeah, I presume it was just because it's brand new, the water just capillaried all through. I know somebody whose car that he was taking apart capillaried out all of its petrol all over his garage floor the other day while he was at work. So yeah, stranger things have happened, but this does cope with it. What else does it cope with? Well, let's have a look at how the filter is doing. So just like the Dreame, it doesn't get all of the dust off the filter. This one is doing okay, but it gets most of it out of the bin. That is perfectly fine. Let's just clean it off, because again, you do need to maintain a robot vacuum every month, and it's already got bonus points for not having to pull stuff out of its brush rod. I mean, we should probably check the bearing, and the bearing is so far hair-free. So yeah, very good for now. Let's spend a very short amount of time cleaning this up. Oh bugger, I forgot about that. then this little flappy flap has just come off as well, but that seems to bend on there quite nicely. Then what I did was forget that it existed and sucked up the little tiny filter that was in there. So I do believe at 2 weeks in we're going to have to hack this, because I'm not going through the bag of that to get that, quite frankly, poor piece of foam out. I think we could do a bit better with a bit of Miele pre-motor filter. We're just going to trace around this like so, and at least if I vacuum it up again next month, forgetting that it's there, we can get a replacement cut easily. So that can go into there, hopefully. This will sit on, no, this will sit in here, I think. This is, oh no, actually, so this is a bit fiddly, but yeah, that does sit into there. So that is now a cassette ready to be fitted. Then put the ends underneath and make sure it's clipped all the way down there and it's not poked out at one end, and that's probably going to improve it quite a little bit. Otherwise, there is nothing to note about the machine itself. It is, like, in terms of how it's working,
Just been installed.
Thank you. How it's performing, it is marvellous. It's not very loud. It doesn't crash around as much as the Roomba does as well. It is a lot more better at getting over the big thresholds. The Roomba just charges at it and tries. This senses and then sort of angles itself and steps down, and it's a lot better. The software on this thing is superb. It's amazing how much it comes on and how many little just algorithmic improvements these things get to make them a much better machine. So that is good. We're now going to give it a full month. A full month. That's been a couple of weeks, you know, since we filmed the unboxing video. Let's just check that the bag in here is okay, which it should be because it is the proper baguette. We can pull up, pull this out. Oh gosh, that's better than open. Should probably take that out before it gets much fuller, because yeah, if I can peek into here, oh look, it's got a nice bit of dirt in it. I don't want to move it around too much, but that is a good mixture of dense fluff and just detritus, really. Oh, I know what we can do. Oh, where did I put them? We can go put a SIBO air freshener into here, like so, and I will put the remote back in there, because the worst that's going to happen is that the bag is just going to inflate itself around it, and then it'll be fine. And then, I'll put the Dreams over there. We should probably put one of these in the Dream as well, because the Dream can smell, mainly because it's right by my desk. So when I'm actively sat at my desk, when it empties, especially when the bag was really full, it was a little bit smelly. So yeah, we can have air freshener up vacuums. How fantastic. And with that, we have a clean triangle of vacuums. Thank you very much to the Electrolux Automatic G for being our mainstay machine last month. We now have its young, great grandson there. Very nice indeed. And yeah, everything else is good. The room is going to go away now, so that I can give the Monsga a really good going over and, you know, start to really put some miles on it. Although if I look at my Home Assistant dashboard, which this connects to like that with the 2-year integration, I can see probably how far it's gone, how many times. You get so many sensors out of it. It's amazing. Do need to start using some of those in automation. But as I found prattling around with some of these vacuums, that's a bit pointless, because they're now so smart that it's almost a shame that the dumb ones didn't have better Wi-Fi control, because that's no point getting Home Assistant to turn it on. The app does it. You know, how far do you go? They're just competent, really. My competent robot buddies. So that's my update for May. What machines have you used in May, and are you changing them for June? Let me know in the comments down below. And until the next video, I, and certainly at least all of these vacuums, will see you soon. Bye bye.